God so loved the world, for God so loved, for God so loved the pride of life, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eye, because those are the things that comprises the world. So, for God so loved the pride of life, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eye, that He gave His Son, the light of consciousness, to it, that whosoever believes on this Son, this light, shall not perish. Now, the the pride of life, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eye, they are things of matter. They are things that rises and falls. So, anything that is made out of the dream world would come, blossom, and die. The greatest thing that is made out of the dream world, is the sense of identity. There are a lot of things that are made in the dream world. Yeah? Cars, houses, furnitures, books, knowledge, all sorts of things are made in the dream world. But the peak of what is made in the dream world is just the sense of identity, the sense of self, the feeling of me separate from you. This sense of self comprises of three things: the pride of life, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eye. These things cannot be eradicated, no matter how we look at it. That is why we cannot claim to be righteous. Nobody can claim it. You can't claim it. The righteousness is a gift. It is a realization of the gift of awareness. Righteousness is like observing the space contained in your presence. The God or the Spirit of the I Am is always there, but you cannot see it. It's like a cartoon character drawn on a book. The cartoon character is unaware of itself. It's unaware of itself. But then, because God loves the cartoon character so much, it now decides to give the cartoon character life. And how did He give the cartoon character life? He gave the cartoon character life by giving Himself to the cartoon character. So that, since it is the God, it is the I Am that is knowing itself as the I Am, the cartoon character can come to know the I Am, and in so doing also know itself to be a cartoon character. The cartoon character is a separation from the reality. In reality, there is no separation. There is no me, you. There is no up, down. There is no left, right. There is no within, without. There is just one vast knowing, which knows itself to be the I Am. This knowing loves its cartoon characters, its creation, and then He gives His life. Now, after He has given the life, everybody is self-aware, to levels. Now, whosoever now comes to believe, believe comes from knowledge. When you see somebody who believes, I'm not going to use the word strongly believe because that's a tautology, who believes, it is you have come to find somebody of knowledge, somebody who has found knowledge somewhere. So you, I'm going don't okay. Let me use the word strongly believe because people have bastardized the word believe. So when you strongly believe in a thing, it is because you have found knowledge somewhere about that thing. It is this knowledge that causes you to pursue it regardless of your delusions. And then you pursue it until it manifested. And when you are doing the pursuing, and people around you will call you stupid. They say, what what is he doing? Nobody has done that. Those tiny brains, tiny inconsequential brains. You have gotten an experience, you have gotten knowledge, and now you are now believing strongly with all of your senses. You drop your five senses, because to believe you have to drop your five senses. So God giving His Son is God giving Himself. The Son is the light of consciousness and His light. Just the way, like we can't. I remember somebody asked a question. So let me. I've answered the person. So I'm going to talk about it here because it's a very interesting question. The person told me that he has been meditating for a while. Don't let me tell you the years. He has been meditating, but he has not come to have any experience of the light. So I had to explain to the person the difference between light and illumination. Nobody has seen the light. You can't see the light, it's impossible. To see the light, you have to be destroyed, you have to be eradicated. Your sense of self has to disappear completely. That's why when you have the experience of the light and you come back, you really cannot say much. There's really nothing to say because there was no ego there for processing. But there's a difference between light and illumination. The light that we see, that we call light, is not light. That is illumination. That's illumination from the activity of electricity. The close relationship to light is electricity. Electricity is something that is not seen. You don't see it, and it's usually wrapped around something, a matter, a fine piece of metal. So if you have been seeking God and you have not had any experience, you have not seen angels, you have not seen light, you have not seen listen, the way to know that you are on the right path in your quest for God is the level of love you have. That's the only way. The level of love that you have for yourself and for your neighbor. This level of love is what dictates the level of sound in your brain. A loving person is a silent person. They don't have much wahala. They don't have much problem in their brain. So they hardly think so much, except when it comes to deep thoughts, deep thoughts, depth. So these kind of people, they don't have anybody to really talk to because they are beings of depth. What are you going to discuss? Is it politics? Or is it what Lagbaja did yesterday? There's nothing much to discuss because they are beings of depth. And the deeper you go, the more silent you become. So the way to measure your walk with God is to measure how loving you are, how easy, and your love. Yes, this is another thing. How your love is recognized by how forgiving you can be, and how you keep your boundaries. Your boundaries are important. Because you cannot say because you are loving now. Somebody eats you day before yesterday. You say you forgive. The person says sorry. You say no wala. That yesterday again, the person did the same thing. You forgive. The person say I'm sorry. You say no wala. Today again, he eats you. You forgive. When you see the person coming to we say if I saw your level of boundaries shows your own level of love, the level of love that you have for yourself. And how you love yourself is the way you will love others. Your love is the indicator for your depth of communication with God. So, don't look for anything extra. All those things, they are inconsequential to what we are talking about here. Simply love God. How do you love God? You love God by loving yourself. And you love your neighbor. You love your neighbor through forgiveness and through creating healthy boundaries. When you see that somebody is not right for you, you don't try to manage the person. I mean, if you have tried once, twice, 3 times, and you see that this person is unyielding or changing, you have to create boundaries. Now, I'm talking about John 3:16. Okay, let me see. Okay, the time is okay. So, God so loved the world, God so loved the pride of life, God so loved sin, basically sin, that He gave His Son. Who is sin? Sin. You are sin. I am sin. The knowledge of self is sin. It is the knowledge of good and evil. I know myself because of the measurements of good and evil. So that is sin. So God loves sin that He gave His only begotten Son, not to eradicate the sin. So that if the sin can come to believe and identify with this Christ, this light of consciousness, then it can have life and have the life more abundantly. More abundantly than the kind of life that it would have lived if it doesn't know Christ. Okay. So let me end this here. And I mean, there's so many things to talk about. But we will do our best. So I'll see you in the next video. I hope this helps.